I'm not sure any of us have loaded up Rollercoaster Tycoon and been that excited to get stuck into some gentle ride builds all that often. Their low intensity and low excitement tends to reflect for Rollercoaster Tycoon players as well as park guests, but we all use them and we all need them. That's because they are generally cheap, use little space and are an important part of any theme park for a number of reasons. Today I'm going to look at some general tips when building gentle rides and find out which ones can still be fun and challenging to build. Very high excitement can almost certainly be achieved with several of the gentle rides. Some general points to consider when building flat rides would include guests usually opt for a gentle ride after higher intensity rides, so having them close to the exits of big ticket rides is a good idea. This is a step away from real life parks, where most often you'll find the gentle rides grouped together in a family area, but in Rollercoaster Tycoon, guests like to be brought back down to earth with a gentle ride after they've been on something more intense, and likewise, they aren't likely to follow a gentle ride with another one. Many of the gentle rides, or variations of them, fall into the indoor category. It's worth keeping this in mind if your park is in a wetter climate, because guests will still ride these rides when it rains, unlike outdoor rides. This gives gentle rides an advantage over roller coasters when it rains. Which ones are indoor is usually straightforward to work out, but it is curious that monorail cycles fits into this list. Other indoor gentle rides include circus, haunted house, bumper cars, crooked house, merry-go-round, observation tower and spiral slide, or variations of these rides such as the double-decker merry-go-round and observation towers, or the new skins added for expansion packs. Generally speaking, although there are some exceptions, the only way to increase a static gentle ride excitement is by adding scenery or adjusting the ride settings. For example, a merry-go-round has a default excitement of 1.05. That's with 9 rotations. Increasing the maximum rotations gets you to 1.85 excitement, and you can get that just above 2.5 with the maximum scenery bonus. But tracked gentle rides are different and get excitement bonuses in the same way water rides or roller coasters do. Take monster trucks as an example. In the Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 and Classic build menus, you have mega trucks. It has a base excitement of 4.6. A large portion of this is due to its climbs and drops, but scenery also plays its part, and you can raise that excitement even further with nearby rides, building over water, or even by synchronizing with adjacent stations to create a dueling ride. This is the same across all tracked gentle rides, meaning you can get them into very high excitement ratings. A big advantage of gentle rides is that they are much cheaper to build than coasters or water rides. Even the tracked rides can be cheap to construct, but none come cheaper than the £260 crooked house, and running costs are usually just £49 per hour for static gentle rides. Gentle rides also take up limited space. Some are in a fixed area of usually 3x3 or 4x4 tiles, not including where you choose to place entrance and exits of course. But the smallest rides in the game in terms of space taken are the spiral slide and the Ferris wheel, which each take just 4 tiles for the ride, and another 2 for the entrance and exit of course. The downsides though are that while they are cheap to build and run, they often can't command high entry prices if your park is pay per ride, and they won't attract as many new guests to your park as a new roller coaster would. They also have a more limited impact on your park value, so whatever the goal, if you're playing a scenario, don't expect gentle rides alone to win it for you, unless it's Gentle Glen of course. As well as usually requiring a lower ride entry fee, guests also get bored of gentle rides much quicker than other ride types. If you build a new merry-go-round in year 1 for example, by the 3rd year you'll find guests won't want to ride it at the initial entry price. Decreasing that price is an option, but I often just cheat the game and replace a static ride with another one exactly the same. My old merry-go-round is now treated by both guests and the game as a shiny brand new ride. Some gentle rides have quite a low throughput of guests. Spiral Slide only allows 5 at a time and Twist a maximum of 4. So if you're adding gentle rides, it's worth bearing a few factors in mind when selecting which one to build. Can it be attractive to guests in the rain? How cheap is it to build and run? How much space do you have? Is a tracked ride worth the extra space and cost for increased excitement? How many guests can I get on the ride at any one time? And that's gentle rides in a nutshell. I do have videos focusing on some of them more specifically, and we'll keep bringing out new videos too. So if you'd like to know more about a particular gentle ride, check out my gentle rides playlist and subscribe to make sure you don't miss my next releases. Thanks for watching.